Shouting. Everybody today that is a graduate, you all know, if there's no job, you can grammatize word. That is not calling. Never you say it is one God when it is not one faith. You being a servant of God can be calling in the name of Jesus. And I will be calling in the name of Jesus the Christ. We have of different understanding and different follower. John the Baptist has different clues, while Jesus has different clues. If John the Baptist's baptism was profitable, the disciple of John will not leave John to meet Jesus for his own baptism. Everyone baptism is being moved by the grace God has impacted in that person. My grace might not be the grace of Pastor A, and Pastor A might not be the same grace of Pastor B. That is why in everything you must do, always say, God, send me my own shepherd. And your own shepherd that God has sent for you, you have to follow his rules and regulations to arrive to where he has arrived. There is a rule given to me by God, and that rule I follow. That rule has brought me this way now. You also have your own rule. My rule is not Pastor A rule. Pastor A rule is not Pastor B rule. There are many pastors, many prophets that we are called, but we are not sent. There are difference between calling and sending. I was teaching my children this yesterday. The difference between calling and sending. If I should call Bro John, Bro John, Bro John, Bro John, Bro John, come. He had his name. He come. What happened? I called you. Did I send you? No. I only call you. Are you getting me? Bro John, Bro John, Bro John, go and call me Papa Bobe. I called him, I sent him. You get me now?
Sir.
I called him, I sent him. Stand up, my son. I called him, I sent him. God bless you, sir. Now, there are difference between calling and sending. Jeremiah 23, from verse 20 to 40, is a long reading. There are people God never called, even sent. Jeremiah 23, from verse 20, the angel of the Lord will not turn back until he has executed and performed the thought of his heart. In the latter days, you will understand it perfectly. This is the latter days. Anyone that God sent, he will establish what he has sent him to.
That is true, sir.
He said, I have not sent these prophets. I have not sent them, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesy. Somebody can be on the altar. Shouting does not prove your calling.
I hear you, sir.
Shouting. Everybody today that is a graduate, you all know, if there's no job, you can grammatize word. That is not calling. Christianity is not rooted in prayer. It's not rooted in deliverance. It's not rooted in speaking in tongues. Jesus never came for all these things. No. Jesus came for prove sheep and for strengthening you that death does not exist. We are sent to be born again and not to die again. Anyone that takes of this very bread shall not die. That is what Jesus came for. To build your consciousness. For you not to believe in death and negativity. Until you start believing in what Jesus was sent, that is when you will start having the same impacts. You don't wish after shepherd. God wish after shepherd for you, whom he has sent. Now, many people that knows me and many of my members, many don't know how they came here. But anyone that someone directed, someone will direct you out. So many will say, I was just sleeping and I had now, and I came. Jeremiah 3 from verse 15 says that is I will give you. If you are confused, he will give. He said, and I will give you shepherd according to my heart. And that shepherd will feed you with knowledge and understanding. That is what we are here for. He will feed you with knowledge. He will feed you with understanding. He will teach you mysteries. Sometimes people will say, this man never studied. How come this wisdom explanatory? Because I am called. Who he called, this he transformed. So many people had come. Prophet Samuel is not called. Prophet Samuel is called for a mission. What is his mission? That was why when he had Samuel, here am I. Your calling was not to nation. Your calling is only to Saul. Jeremiah, he said, in your mother's womb, I have called you. I have given you instruction to be a prophet of nations. But Samuel, I have called you only to Saul. Now, will Prophet Samuel teach you? He has nothing to teach you. That is why when his mission finished on Saul, he died. Test all spirit and know which one is called. The one that is called is the one that can preach the kind of message I preach on Saturday. If you are not called and you teach such message I teach on Saturday, your members will finish. I'm called for nation. Castration. Somebody will say, God called you. What did he call you to do? What did you hear him say? I was called. What did he tell you to do? Ritabbi said, I am called to empty the kingdom of darkness and to increase the kingdom of light. That is the mandate he gave me. That is what I had. How do we know this minister is called? Again, the proof sheet. Jesus said, if you don't believe in me, believe in the good works. Things work on their own in your church. Why? God found what he found. You can't assign a contract to a contractor without funding that contractor.
That's true, sir.
Pay attention. Pay attention. This is the right place. He goes to the jungle, to the wilderness where God called him. They gave him land all over the globe. Come take this land. Come take this land. No, that is not where he called me to be. Go to Abuja. He went there. Look at population. in only one crusade. Everywhere, when they sent termite, he spoke a word. The wind and the termite says, he seated them. This is not the place. Where is the place? Around the mountain. That is what I heard. From there, it shall be Mbise Owerri Express Road. Today, what did he tell you? What? What did he tell you? Every program he spoke to me or speak to me on this mountain, once I hear, it always creates impact. Why? He speaks. He speaks. He speaks.